and welcome to this special report from OTT Wrestling. I am your host, Angus McAnally, and joining me is the number one contender for the OTT World Championship, LJ Cleary. LJ, thank you for coming to have a chat with us today.
Thanks, Angus. What's up? How are you?
Good to see you, pal. Let's talk about this weekend of the return to Dublin, the first OTT Dublin shows in 602 long days. It must have been a special moment for you to be back in front of that hometown crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, as amazing as it was to get to go back to Belfast and wrestle was incredible. But there's you know yourself, there's nothing like being in front of your people, your hometown, and you know, there's a lot happened over the last 2 years. Basically, the lockdown changed a lot of people for the worse, but if I'm being honest, I think it changed me for the better. I came back to these Dublin shows 10 times the wrestler I was when we left them. And again, like I said, walking in front of my people in Dublin, it was amazing. I got the feeling that Max Dead got twice.
Well, exactly.
In one night.
Yeah, it had been a thing for him, the hometown advantage, and then it came to be there for you to be back in your comfort zone. The great thing for you coming out of this weekend is you've now regained that number one contendership. The tricky thing, of course, is that means now you're on a collision course with a certain Mark Haskins, one of the very best on the planet. That's got to be a bit intimidating to know that you're going to be facing across from him in a ring sometime very soon.
Look, as a competitor, he's probably one of the most intimidating people ever. But for me personally, maybe in 2018, 2019, I probably would have been a lot more scared, a lot more kind of head down, intimidated. But I've never been more on form as a wrestler, as a person in my life than I am now. And I don't mean that to sound cocky. I'm just being honest. Like I said, I think this was a couple of years ago, and it was LJ Cleary versus Mark Haskins for the OTT title. I probably would have choked. Right. But I don't think that's going to happen now.
Watching you fight now, there's a real sense that this is LJ Cleary 2.0, a new man for a new era. As you look back to who you were just a couple short years ago, what is the main difference you see between that fighter and the man that's here today?
Back in 2018, 2019, I was happy to be here. I was grateful for the opportunities, as I always will be, but I was grateful in the sense that I was unsure if I was on the same level as the likes of the Tyler Bates, the Trent Sevens, the Meiko Satomoras, the Masato Tanakas, on and on and on. Whereas now, it's not about me being the young guy in there that's I'm so thank you for the opportunity, thank you for sharing the ring with me. It's I'm on your level. I know I'm on your level. There's no doubt about it. And that's exactly how I'm looking at this match at Mark Haskins.
It's strong words. We are looking at what's going to be one hell of a match. Tactically, how do you approach a man like Mark Haskins?
Well, we have to look at what happened at the weekend. Who came out with 2 wins? Me. Who came out with 1? Mark Haskins. Haskins is vulnerable. Looking at vulnerability, back in 2018, I was 19 years old, OTTGN champion on top of the world. And I don't know if people remember, Haskins had no problem taking advantage of a vulnerable LJ Cleary, put my title on the line, lost. I tapped out. And again, maybe I left that being too, thank you for the opportunity. It was great to be in the ring with someone like that. I'm so happy to be here. But now it's just completely game on. Like I said, never been more on form in my life. In ring wise, skill wise, I don't just think it anymore. I know in Ireland and Europe that nobody can touch me, and I think this weekend proved that.
Well, that's what I say. It's not arrogance if you can back it up. It's just confidence, and I think you are supremely confident in the man you've become and the fighter you've become. For a long time, we talked about you as the future of Irish wrestling. There's a real chance that we're talking about you as the now of Irish wrestling. It's going to be one hell of a fight. LJ Cleary taking on OTT heavyweight champ Mark Haskins. We can't wait to see it.